Welcome to the Grid 2 program. This is a line drawing program. You can edit the grid. You can translate it using the translation tool, move stuff around. You can zoom in. You can drag to zoom, or you can just click and it will zoom in. If the zoom in button is selected, if you double click on that, it'll zoom out. You can zoom out as well with the zoom out button. If you double click, it just brings it back to this scale. If you double click on the translation button, it puts the origin right here. Click on the translation tool, double click on it, it just brings everything back to here. This will allow you to draw lines. Any 2 points will draw a line. You can shade above the line, you can shade below the line, you can make the line dotted, you can edit the line, you can drag it around, you can make several lines. You can put arrows on the lines if you don't want to use the shading. You can turn those arrows off, you can shade above, shade below. You can edit these things, you can drag them around, you can erase points. If you double click, it'll erase everything. Let's say I wanted to plot something like a system of inequations like this, like y is less than 5/4 x plus 7. My b value is 7. 5/4, my slope is 5/4. The delta y is 5, the delta x is 4. So I'm going to delta x first, so 1, 2, 3, 4. My delta y is 5/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is y is less than, so it's dotted and we're shading below. So dotted. I can shade below like this because I'm doing a system of inequations. It's going to get a bit messy if I do it that way. I'm going to use my arrows. Places an arrow between your 2 points, in this case between the A and B. If you don't like what that arrow is, you can drag it anywhere on the line. You can turn the arrows off. You can turn them back on. This is my inequality. So y is less than -1/8 x plus 12. My b value is 12. -1/8. The delta x is 8, so I'm going to move over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and -1. We're shading below. Less than or equal to, it's solid, and we're shading below. Then y is greater than, so dotted, -x plus 7, greater than, shading above, plus 7. If I click on this point, 0, 7, I have an A there already, so it thinks I want to edit the A. I'm going to click off of it and then drag the point onto my 7. -x. So -1 is the slope. That's -1/1. So my delta x is 1. My delta y is -1. It's a dotted line. It's greater than -x plus 7. So dotted, and I'm shading above. Dotted, shading above. I'm just going to drag that arrow over here. The next inequality, y is greater than or equal to 3/4 x. The b value is 0. There is no b value, so it's 0. It goes through the origin. 3/4, I'm going to move over 4 and up 3. 1, 2, 3. I am shading above, so it draws the line right there. I'm going to drag that up here. The last one is x is less than 11. X equals 11 goes through the x-axis at 11. It's a vertical line because all the x values are 11. That's why it's vertical. No matter what the y value is, the x value is 11. It's less than, so it's dotted. The values of x that are less than 11 are found to the left of this line, so we are shading to the left. I'm going to drag my arrow up here. So we can see that this is our feasible region. I am going to zoom in a little bit. I'm just going to drag that up a bit like that. Translate it down here. I'm going to go to my polygon tool and I'm going to click here. That's going to be the first point of my polygon, second point, third point, fourth point, fifth point, and there's my polygon of constraints. You can draw lines, you can draw inequalities, you can get your polygon of constraints. So that's it for Grid 2. Have a good day.